welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Spracefuls it gets, huh?
Splendid.
And I like
Here's the captain, guarded by Heinrich. A quick shot. Shot's good from Young. Young's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, you look at Tom Thibodeau, and remember, he was Doc Rivers' lead assistant the year they won the championship back in 2008. Really the defensive coordinator. Thibodeau was in charge of coordinating that vicious Celtics defense. Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
Moultrie, foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, you look at the Celtics and their defensive improvement with Tom Thibodeau's schemes and, of course, the acquisition of Defensive Player of the Year Kevin Garnett. The defensive culture of that organization, top to bottom, just changed. It was tremendous.
Well, in Thibodeau's first year there, the Celtics went from the 7th worst team in the entire league in terms of defensive field goal percentage to number 1. So obviously personnel was key, you know, bringing Kevin Garnett in, the players they had that season, but without the structure that Thibodeau gave them, no way they make that improvement.
Brown, good.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Good on the shot. The 76ers leading by 5. Gets it to go. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
They're clicking offensively. A nice rhythm here, coming out strong.
Shooting an excellent percentage. That's why they've got the lead.
Now here's Heinrich. Dishes it to Bellinelli. That's blocked, but they recover it. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Here's Brown, and Gibson sends it back.
They got that rebound, but this is not how they wanted to start the game in terms of hitting the glass.
Yeah, it's about time they actually got a rebound. It's time to get physical here in this game.
And yes, sir, that one drops. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter.
For another year in a row, the Bulls were the cream of the crop in the East. Their mark of 38-10, the best of any team against their own conference. You know, role players can make big differences in games, and he's showing he can get it done out there.
Heinrich kicks to Bellinelli. Gibson a screen. Bellinelli dishes to Gibson. Down goes the slam.
You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach need to look at it. Look at that face. Uh-oh.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
Here's the captain, defended by Gibson. And it's Brown missing. This year will be tougher with the injury to Derrick Rose, but the Bulls have shown that they are always going to be tough in the East. That Steve is never going to leave.
Well, the strength of this club, guys, is obviously Rose on offense, but it's the bigs defensively. Noah, a shoot last year, and Gibson were so good as a tandem coming off the bench. That length and size and athleticism was a major factor for that club.
They get it again. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brown's got 8.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
Heinrich off a pick from Gibson. Radmanovich for 3. No good. Here's Ivy. Can't get it to go. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to an end. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
And the key has been this.
And so in the game for the 76ers, the captain, he's in at the point. Bynum is out there with Young. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Wright in at the 3 spot. They swipe it inside. Here's Young, and Strong with the one-handed jam.
Boy, they were not wasting any time on that fast break.
Well, when it starts with the turnover, that's the best time to get out and run. You can beat the defense down the floor that way.
Back to Dan. Pass to Muhammad. The kick out to Rose. Wide open. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. The 76ers leading by 7.
What you love about Thaddeus Young out of Georgia Tech is the small ball 4 position that he plays. He's so quick and active that he's a nightmare for opposing power forwards to cover. But he's long enough to defend bigger players at the other end of the floor.
Outside Rose. On the wing, Dang. Shot clock at 6. And again, Chicago. No good. And Thaddeus Young, great in transition and able to drive and finish at the rim.
Yeah, I really like his improvement and how he's developed as a player. He's tough for most big men to stay in front of. He's got the nice left-handed stroke, which I think keeps guys off balance a bit. And he really brings high energy and scoring punch off the bench.
Robinson passes to Muhammad. Can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Back to Young. The kick out to Wright from outside the arc. Another shot, and that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Bynum.
Well, he just makes so many hustle plays every game, and I think that's his main value to this club. He comes in, he brings energy, he brings toughness, and he's always going to get you an extra couple of possessions offensively during the game at some point.
And Steve, he's a great post scorer. I mean, he's got moves and counter moves, excellent footwork and balance. He really knows how to get his points down low.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey guys, the captain in their last game against the Bobcats, boy was he tremendous. He finished with 24 points and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. And confidence, Clark. He showed last game, it was a big-time testament to his ability to be a game changer.
Kevin, absolutely. His teammates and coaches love that kind of game.
Well, he has that kind of potential, and to show it like that in a big-time situation, that was impressive.
The Bulls have been a regular fixture in the playoffs since joining the league, literally. I mean, with the help of Michael Jordan, they have become, along with the Celtics and Knicks, one of the most storied franchises in the Eastern Conference.
And with 6 banners hanging up in Chicago, the city has really cultivated a lot of pride and winning tradition here with the Bulls. And, Steve, that goes a long way. You were a Bull player at one time. You know all about that pride.
Yeah, no better place to play in the NBA than Chicago. When you're winning, the whole city loves it. Obviously, Michael Jordan was the main reason for that era. But so much history now before the Bulls, and they sell out game after game. Unbelievable fan support.
Here's Gibson. Offensive rebound. That is good. Gibson's got 7 points in the game.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Bulls trail by 10. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The 76ers, number 1.
Yeah, plain and simple, they do not take bad shots. They really share the ball. They get great player and ball movement, and that's why they shoot the percentage that they do.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Kwame Brown. Now Bellinelli. Radmanovich kicks to Bellinelli. He feeds it to Radmanovich. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And that one's good. Bellinelli's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
There's the dish to Young. Can't hit. And it's Chicago the other way.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Gibson setting the pick for Heinrich. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And defensively, remember, you got to fight through screens to avoid giving up open looks.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Steve. And the defense has to go over the top of that screen. I think that's how they get it done.
Allen using his post move to get the 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 8. The Bulls have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And here's Heinrich. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. Over Young. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Here's Ivy. Allen outside. Here's the captain. Back to Allen. Good! Allen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Here's Bellinelli. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's the captain. And again, it's Philadelphia. Bulls trail by 10. Heinrich outside. Gibson setting a pick for Heinrich. Feeds it to Bellinelli. From 10 feet out, the rebound by Young. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Reagan needs a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Back to Gibson. Heinrich outside. He passes it to Bellinelli. Back to Heinrich. Second chance shot. Good as the jump shot falls.
Let's see how the 76ers have performed over the last few weeks. First in 3-point shooting. Second in assists. And they're number 2 in rejection. This is a team that thrives on blocking shots and takes great pride in it.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. 76ers on top, up 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break.
To it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now it's time to send
Number 1.
Philadelphia with the ball. They lead by 1. So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Down low, it's Gibson and Noah. Nate Robinson is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Dang in at the small forward position. Down low, here's Rose. Flushes it down.
And for a point guard, you love LUV. That finish. Wow.
Yeah, he's really been able to get off his feet and sky. Something to watch.
Incredible athleticism, both laterally and vertically. Well, the one thing about Philadelphia last year, guys, was they didn't have a star. So they really had more of an ensemble cast where 4 or 5 different players could beat you on any